Hi everybody. So here is revision 2 of the ventilator mask. As you can see, I've made a few changes to it, basically eliminating a few things and making it a little bit simpler, and also changing up a few other things here too based on the feedback and comments that I've received in my various posts. So the first thing you might notice is that I've simplified the plumbing by quite a bit. I've eliminated the vacuum pump based on the feedback that I was receiving for this type of mask ventilator system. A vacuum pump, drawing air out of your lungs may not actually be necessary. I don't think it actually did harm, but it's not a necessary component to this type of mask. One upgrade that I've added is a jar to help disinfect the air. Not just the air that you exhale, which you can see, your exhale breath goes through the blue tube into this jar, but it's also disinfecting air from the oil separator, which is a pretty big upgrade too compared to the water separator I was using before. This actually has a small valve down here at the bottom, and this tube runs back up to the jar, so whatever gets collected in this bowl, whatever gets filtered out, is continuously being pushed into the disinfectant jar. In the disinfectant jar right now I only have water, but if this were an actual application here, this could be possibly a bleach and water mix to help kill off any virus or contaminants that end up inside of there. Or hydrogen peroxide too may actually work as a disinfectant. A little more information about this filter. This is actually an oil separator, or I believe the tag says it's a coalescing filter. That filter has a rating of 0.01 microns. And if you research the size of the coronavirus itself, I believe it is 125 nanometers. 125 nanometers is 0.125 microns. So this filter is able to filter out particles that are 10 times smaller than the coronavirus. So whatever is being caught in this filter is going back out, as I said before, through this tube over to the disinfectant jar. I'm only using one regulator now because I don't have the vacuum pump. And on this regulator I changed out the pressure gauge. The original one went from 0 to 200 psi, and this new one only goes from 0 to 30 to give you better resolution and better control of the pressure. So with that explained, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and you can see how it operates. Program starts up and the valves start cycling. The dial still works the same way. I just added a knob to it. As you can probably hear from the video, I get a lot of air leak around the face mask, particularly around the nose, the bridge of my nose, basically. One other upgrade I might add to this is gluing some sort of a metal strip, just like you do on the N95 masks. There's a metal strip there that helps it conform and seal around your face better. So fixing those air leaks around the mask would be an important upgrade. Two other upgrades that I would consider making on this mask are increasing the diameter of this tube. The 1/4-inch tubing that I'm using right now, it's pretty restrictive as far as being able to breathe out and force air out. It works fine for pressure. There's no issues with that. But when you have this length of tube, 8 or 10 feet of tube there, and you're trying to blow out, there's too much restriction going on there. Also, these valves aren't exactly made for air, they're more made for water. So there's also a lot of restriction going through this valve here too.